Alright, looks like we should be live now. Hopefully everything is working out here. Hey, I see Squiddy already here in the chat. How's it going, man? Glad to have you with us today. Oh, looks like we've got, the slime's getting a little bit active up here. That's alright. They can do their thing. Time for us to find out what's been going on in the realm. It has been a while since I have managed to log on at all. So, I am a little out of touch with things here. Looks like Galfin already hanging out right up top here, just waiting for things to get moving. Hey there, Galfin. We've got a little bit of ice down here. I still need to light that section underwater so that we can make sure we don't have any more issues with permanent ice taking up space there. Now, we are going to be moving mighty quick out here at the moment, just due to the beacon down in the cove there. But it looks like we've got a fair few in a line right here. So we have beacons for sale. I believe Schwa put these all together and prepped them to get sold to anyone who might have a use for a beacon out there. I'm curious why I can't see the beam for our primary beacon, because there should be a beacon right over here. Oh, there it is. Now we can see it. That is a very... Why is it only showing up at such a close range? I can see that one from really far away, but I can't see this one from far away. That's so weird. Huh. But hey, Dino, we got Giant in here as well. Welcome to the party. I am mystified by this, because we can see those beacons from, well, real far away, which is how they're supposed to work. That's kind of the point of beacons, is that you can see them from pretty far away. Alright, maybe not super far, but like right here, I can already see those. But there's one right in the middle of the lake there that we can't see until we get this close to it. That's super weird. Huh. Yeah, maybe just because it's underground, but it should have the same, like, horizontal view distance range. Anyway, we've got work to do that we gotta get going on here, so at some point we are gonna settle in and get some things done. I know Galfin is wandering around trying to wonder what we're doing. Gashette, hey! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. I think we need to get these rails working. There is a request for a new rail station, and I think that's something we can get to work on here. I might as well take this all with me here. This is an old work chest from when I was working on this rail station. So everything in there is fine for me to take. Let's see. This one goes out that way, and there shouldn't be anything out in this direction that I need to grab, but I'll go give it a quick check. Let's see. Double check up here. The only thing up here are a few minecarts. That's good. That means I can take these minecarts over to the next station. So let's make sure everything's still working here. Puts the brakes on, and we want to go that way, so away we go. Now this should... No! That is definitely broken. That's unfortunate. We are not supposed to be moving in this direction. That is definitely a problem. So, I don't know if that was a latency issue or what happened there, but we are going to slowly move this minecart back into position here and start moving in the direction that I believe we should be. So this should, if we come in this direction, take us back to that station. Let's see. On slow speed, it's working. We're supposed to be moving a lot faster than this, but I had to redirect there. Hey, Squiddy. I see you're online as well. Now, if I go forward, this should spit us out to the left. The fact that it went to the right is a problem. That's not how that's supposed to work. There we go. Now it worked. We must have just hit a lag spike at the wrong time. I thought we had worked out the lag issues and had those solved, but apparently not so much. But we are going to be working our way around through the rail stations here today because I am hoping to get some work done on preliminary stages for adding a new rail station. And this is the way we want to be going. This should take us flawlessly to the top. Well, to the rail station, which isn't quite at the top, but it's close enough. Someone put a whole bunch of nether brick there that... or netherrack there that needs to not be there, but otherwise we're good. Looks like no resources left over here. Yeah, Gelfin, we'll catch you over there. That's pointing to the right, so we're going in the right direction. And now we get to take the wild ride down. If you're wondering why there's a whole bunch of activator rails there, it's because if you don't put those in, everything falls apart. I wonder who put that netherrack in, though. That's a really strange thing for someone to have done. And yes, Squiddy, I would like to put chests full of minecarts at each of the stations. That's something we would like to get done here. Not necessarily... Oh, there's a mining beacon we just went by, or something. I'm not sure what that effect actually is, but I wasn't paying attention, didn't notice the beacon. There we go, we hit the corner station there, which just brings us around this way. And coming up ahead is Cinema Dew. A wonderful little sculpture that's been made. Oh, there are rails missing here. Well, we're gonna just have to fix that now, aren't we? Alright, let's see. There should be... This is, I think, our only work chest at the moment. I'm just gonna plop this down right up here. We're gonna grab a couple of extra rails. There we go. That should finish that up. Move most of this up into the deeper inventory, grab that back out again, and let's see, we want to pop back up here and ride it back down and make sure everything's working. You put your stuff in a double chest, Squiddy. I appreciate that. I will be taking a peek at that once we finish testing the docking procedures here in this station. Because this should bring us right in here. And then we come around. We turn that to the right. And it should completely break. Fantastic. Alright, that's fine. That brought us back to here. That's really, really not the way that's supposed to happen. Oh man, this is not the way any of this should be working. That's very unfortunate. How close are we to affiliate? I'll be perfectly honest with you, Giant. I have no idea. Because that should have brought us straight down. That should have brought us into that side chamber, and it is spinning like mad right now, and that's not how this is supposed to work. It was supposed to... We would come through here. This one has always been a problem for us, because when you hit it like that, it should spit you straight ahead. And then when you wind up here, it turns on that power. And that being turned on is wrong. Alright, so that is completely broken. Something here happened, and we don't know what to do. Gelfin, there's a lot of ways we could fix this. What is your suggestion for fixing it today that you would want to do? I am getting sick of this one. Yeah, so Giant, I think we're actually at that rate already. We just have to do a few more streams along the way. By the time we hit our 7th stream, we'll be there. But I think we've only done like 2 or 3 so far. We're already almost at 8 hours. We already have 50 followers, I think. We have an average viewer count of at least 3, so like we have almost every piece of that. Gelfin, there are only 3 stops on any given side. There are not 6 stops here, there are only 3. So that doesn't actually change anything at all. I suppose if I really, really wanted to, I could leave these stairs alone and put the stops right here. And just build this platform out a little bit more. That would be a relatively easy solution, but it would make... I would have to build a wall here. And I don't know if that's desirable. Yeah, Gelfin, the reason we don't have that right now is the intention in the long run was to have an option to go straight out in this direction at some point. Either that way or that way. So we were effectively considering this as a 3-way stop someday in the future. Which means eventually we are going to need to future-proof it. But for right now, we still got to figure out what's going on here. Alright, double chest right here. I think this is stuff that's already been here. That must have been what Squiddy deposited, though, because I do not see any other double chests around. So I'm going to go ahead and just assume that that is the case. What we need to do today, though, is we need to build out in that direction somewhere along the way. Yeah, Gelfin, again, that is a solution that works so long as we don't have both of those sides having a station. But right now, this is going to probably turn into, like, Grand Central Station here. Because from here, the realm splits off into a couple of different directions. And we are going to probably turn this into a primary train hub spot. But I need to figure out what in this direction we need to build out to. So I'm going to have to scout out here. I have heard tales of a fantastic castle built out in this direction. I have not actually been there just yet. So I'm not entirely sure of exactly where it is. But I know Sora has built up this area here with the help of literary landscaping. We've got a nice little thing going on in the front of Sora's redstone lair. We've got a neat little elytra tower up here related to that. But I know there is a large structure somewhere out here. I don't know where it is, though. I suppose we could... No, popping up there wouldn't actually show us where anything is. We don't have enough view range. Look at all those things down there, my goodness. People losing horses down there, too. That is a populated ravine right there. But I think this is when we have to start exploring, because somewhere out in this direction is the casual fortress, I believe it was dubbed. Built by Wah and Schwa working together. And we're going to find it, eventually. One way or another. Ooh, it's been a while since I've slept on the realm. I can already hear the phantoms swooping in. I think that's what I heard, at least. I don't see him. But I could have sworn I heard him. Directly west of the museum. Yeah, well, if I had any idea what west is, that would be a lot easier. Unfortunately, there's no immediate reference point for that for me. But I want to say I was told it was out in this direction. So this is the direction I am going to start looking in. We'll see what we find. Let's see. Just moving along out here. Gonna deal with this spider real quick. Got a big, wide open area here. I imagine if there it is. I see it right there. Alright. We've got eyes on it. We know where we're going now. Oh, that was a little high. He jumped down. There we go. We'll just take care of that. And we will move on to it from here. Famitom. Do I hear Famitom logging on as well? That's exciting. Oh, that spider looks like he's pretty chill. That's good. So I have not yet stepped in here before. But we are going to deal with this phantom real quick and then get in there. Ah, a little too low. That's fine, it'll come back. Just the one phantom, it seems, so that's probably good. Hey there, Gelfin. I know you're going to swoop back down here. I'm waiting for you. Come on now. Are you just going to circle up there? He knows what's going to happen if he comes down for more. Are they afraid of cats? Like creepers? Because he keeps swooping down and then going back up again. Are phantoms afraid of cats? Is that a thing? Because he definitely looks like he's gone for the swoop animation a couple of times here. And then he keeps just darting back up again. That's crazy. It looks like we've got some skeleton horses all thrown in a hole. That's a little weird, but... yeah, it keeps coming down and then going back up. Huh. Good to know. Feed you items to open the door. Well, that's a thing I can do. Here, have yourself a slime ball. Hey, there we go. Let's see. Reset daylight switch to off. I'm not entirely sure what that wants out of me, to be honest. I'm just going to leave it be. But this here is the fortress. And I am curious what's in. Whoa! There's a whole bunch of stuff hanging out in these. I imagine that's building materials, though, so I'm not going to mess around with any of that. Phantoms are afraid of cats. Famitom dropping the knowledge out from the Minecraft wiki. How exciting. What's that do if we hit it? Nothing. It does nothing if we hit it. Pumpkinhead restaurant and shop. 1 emerald per item. Alright, well, I don't want either of those items, but let's see. So you give an emerald to something here, and then you... oh, I imagine you put it in the chest. Alright, you put it in the chest, and then you get something out. That's fancy. Really, Lackism? It doesn't work with anything except a bow? We have this fancy, chuckable, fantastic item here, and it doesn't... oh, okay. No, there we go. You just have to hit dead center. I thought you had to hit anywhere on the block. Or is it a... Or is it a different degree of effect depending on how close you hit? See, now we're getting light. Go off to the side, no light. Dead center, we get 3. Alright, so we get 3 lights no matter where we hit it. It must have just been turned off. I think Gelfin just turned it back on. I don't know how any of that stuff works. Ooh, this is a dramatic sounding room. What's over in here that sounds so dramatic? What was that sound effect coming from? That must have just been Minecraft background sounds. Oh, we got these, like, tight spiral pillar stairs going on in here. Takes you up to the top. Oh, hi there. Well, that's not quite secure just yet. Looks like there's a dark spot somewhere, probably right where he was standing, that isn't properly lit. I imagine they'll want to know about that at some point. This is a neat little place, though. I like this. Very cool. Now, what we have to figure out is where they are going to want the rail station to arrive. Ooh, there's a fancy secret in there. What do we got down here? Ah, this is that ice path. Alright. I see what it is. I am checking it out, Gilly. It's cool stuff. I have been saving my visit so that I could give you a genuine reaction here on the stream. And I like it. I don't know what most of it is, but I like it. Oh, that's cute. I like the pickaxe being worked on over there. That's a nice touch. We got our villagers all hanging out in here. We got the blacksmith shop. I imagine the villagers you can all interact with, and they count as shops and such. So that's neat. We got a dining room table with a whole bunch of stuff on the placemats. That's a nice touch. That's something that a lot of people don't do, is putting those down using item frames to actually place items on a table. That is a very nice touch. Yeah, we were in there before. Alright, very nice. I like it. Now, I imagine, Gilly, if, Oh, I see. Okay, so the seats at the dining room table used to be functional for players, but the villagers kept getting stuck. Yeah, well, you know, villagers can only manage so much, right? Ooh, we got that full disc collection out here. Oh, and one in it. So is this... This is not one of those. Okay, so this is an additional one. So we're only missing one disc. Nice. I'm assuming that's meant to be a full collection there. So it's just Pig Step that we're missing. Okay. So I imagine... The question for you, Gilly, I imagine the answer to it I probably already know. Oh. Alright, well, open it is. If you were to have the rail station stop somewhere in relation to this, where would you want it to stop? I would imagine you probably want it to stop out here on the other side of the main drawbridge. But if there is somewhere else you would prefer, let me know. We are going to at least set up the bones for that here today, I think is the plan. I see you found yourself a skeleton horse trap, and dropped all 4 of them down in here. Oh, we got some wild pumpkins growing out there. I want to say this leads out to ocean if you follow it enough. So I might wind up someday spending some time building an entry into here from that. Or at least fleshing out the ocean travel. Looks like we got zombies getting stuck. That's just a thing that happens anytime you got a good moat. Oh yeah, we've definitely got a little bit of realm lag, that's for sure. Alright, Gilly confirming that, yeah, somewhere out here on the other side of this would be the place to stop. Alright, that's good to know. Now I just have to pick a spot for it then, and I'm thinking we've got these little natural ridges right here. This might be exactly the spot where we would want to build a little structure for that. Why can't I pick this up? We got a little XP friend that he doesn't want to get picked up. I will call you Sparky. Goodbye, Sparky. The experience orb was very confused. What are we crafting today, Lit? We are crafting, we're crafting a rail station. That's the plan, at least. Alright, so now that I know where this is, it's time to test the straight line and see if we continue in a perfectly straight line where that will put us. He just needed a name to find his home in my XP bar. There you go, Lit. Alright, these are just little divots. Okay, I see. These were supposed to be the path blocks that I was intended to follow on the way through. I gotcha. Little scattered blocks of grass hit by a shovel. Alright, so we've got some extra chorus trees growing over here. I think this is the very edge of the forest out here. Yeah, that's Lit's forest right there. Okay, so it's pretty straight, actually. Alright. Try interacting with the villagers, says Gilly. I will do that. I don't have any emeralds to actually sell to any of them, but I'll give it a shot. Now, let's see. If we are lined up from that door, where is this going to take us? We want to test this line and see where it arrives. Alright, so right on line with that grass. There we go. Just skirt around this tree. Get around that tree. Whoops. Galfin's standing over here like, I got a horse, I'll just go do it faster, it's whatever. There we go, we get to move along through the water, nice and easy. I should probably eat something. There we go. There are things grown that I can take. Oh, okay, so right. Villagers don't always require emeralds. Sometimes they require other things. Right, right. Alright. I will interact with the villagers at some point over there once I get back then. So let's see. This looks like our line right here, which takes us a little out of the way, but that's alright. The question is where we want to make our curve then. Because we are going to have to turn if we want to get in relation to there. So we are not going to be able to go straight on this one. We are going to have to bank over at some point, and the question is just going to be where. Because otherwise we wind up all the way out here, which is way too far away for the rail station to make sense. Alright. Let's zoom in this way for now. And we will kind of explore along that radius, or along the width of that path as we go. What's down here? Anything interesting? There's a bed. There's a wall. Probably somebody's mine that they've walled off. Alright, fair enough. Mark a point for the axis. Yeah, Galfin, I could have marked a point there, but I'm just taking a rough line at the moment. Alright, I'm supposed to go in here. I was told to interact with our villagers, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, there we go. And then the items supposedly pop back out again eventually. There they are, alright. Hey, Gilly, good to see you actually on in the realm here again. Let's see, villagers, I see villagers. What do villagers want for things? What are the trades we've got going on here? Quartz blocks, alright, alright. There's a couple of neat looking things in there. What about you over there? What do you got back there, man? No, you're too far away. I can't interact with you. Can't interact with him, I think, because he's already being interacted with. Alright, we get a bucket of cod. He'll give emeralds. Alright, that's fancy. So you can get emeralds from this guy to give to other people. I think I just got a pumpkin. How did I get a pumpkin? An emerald for some paintings. Looks like that's how they stocked up on all those purple beds. Alright. There's some things around here. Why is anything sold out? I didn't think that meant they were sold out. I figured I just didn't have the resources for anything. Get some food for emeralds. Give some... Okay, so I could give him a pumpkin and get an emerald, right? That's how this works? I've never actually really done this. Alright, there we go. Now I have an emerald so I can do several trades out there and buy a thing if I want to. I think that's why Gilly tossed a pumpkin at me. Fletcher with some enchanted stuff here. That's not a bad crossbow right there. To just snag off of an interaction with a villager. What do you got there, big fella? Smite Unbreaking. We got a bell. You've got an enchanted Unbreaking diamond axe. That's some neat stuff right there. That really is. And a one-to-one exchange for diamonds to emeralds. Oh, that's neat. Alright, alright. You know, I don't think I have a diamond axe, so I'm just going to snag myself a diamond axe. There we go. We did a thing. We came out with stuff. Very neat. And yes, Fammy Tom, we are talking about that rail system right now, so that is the plan today. Now I need to open this back up again, right? That's how I do that? And then will that just close on its own at some point? Or does it have to be closed manually? Looks like it has to be closed manually. Okay, you would deposit an item to close it again. I gotcha. Alright, so what I need to do is find the area where we want to have the curve on our rail system. And that's going to be dependent on what else is around. There's a neat little area right up there, actually. I'm going to go check that out while we're here. Because we want to see what we want to showcase, if we want to weave around anything. That is a neat space for construction. If I didn't already have stuff that I've been doing in other places, I would probably want to swing up here to build a little base area. It's got some good high walls on the side, on all sides. Oh, that is a nice space. This is a very nice space. I hope somebody uses this space to build themselves a little neat area. You could totally build a pretty expansive little base structure in here. Build it up onto the top, have some routing out here on the top level, a little bit more on the entry level. Defend it really well with some nice little walls. That'd be a neat spot. Alright, but now that we've got a bit of a bird's eye view up here, let's pop up on this tree, look around. So let's see. The castle's right over there. We're not going to come in on any of this. This is not worth bringing the rails over, so we are going to want to stick by the water. That's what that overhead view tells us. There we go. Lachecism speaks in purple. You are familiar with the Enderman code. Alright, but let's see. I think we'll want to probably come in somewhere around the water then. We'll probably make our little banking curve maybe around this structure. We came in out past this. So the straight line brings us way, way out this way. Because we came in, what, right along the water's edge over on that body of water, I think. If we can interact with the water, I think that'll probably be our best visual along the way, since this area isn't developed much. Yeah, Lachecism, that is why when there are other people online, especially when we are on a stream, I don't interact with horses, because horses just take forever. That makes a lot of sense, Gilly. Yeah, you were planning to use it for a whole bunch of raids, but yeah, once you get those really good villagers in there, that's the kind of thing you want to hold on to. I understand that completely. Alright, so we've got the water comes all the way up to here, basically. A little stagger in there, but... I'm thinking what we'll probably want to do is bank to the side almost immediately at this point, then. And just kind of come up this way. So if we bank to the side and come up here... Where does that put us? We don't want to go too high, because we don't want to just, like, go into the sky with it or anything. But showing off some of that could be interesting. We would have to... No, we'd have to go, like, through the mountain to come in that way. There's no meaningful way to go up and over without going really high, and I don't want to dig through Sora's mountain here without any confirmation from him that that would be an acceptable thing to do. Let's see, let's get some high view here. Alright. Because if we did that, what we would do is come in this way. And then scoop straight through this wall. And come out over here. And that would put us on pretty much the line we want. That's something I should ask Sora about, because I think that would be neat. I don't know if he has anything inside the higher parts of this mountain right here. But if we did a small little tunnel, I think this could be a cool place for that. We just scoop in, come straight through here, come out right here, right where that water is coming out, but above it, and then go straight to the castle from there. Yeah, I think that's going to be the proposed plan for this. Because we've already circled around everything over there. We don't need to show that off anymore. You already see it on the rails when you're out there. Especially because we'll come out, we'll come this way. And then it will encourage people to make use of this area out here. Because what the general hope is that people will use where the rails are installed as kind of a guidelines for expansion. And continue going on with that. Oh, sorry everybody. Yeah, the chat does disappear occasionally with the snow. Nothing I can do about that except Make the background a little bit more opaque. Which I should probably consider for the Minecraft streams. I will do that in the future. Apologies for that. We're still getting used to moving over to Twitch and YouTube using Restream here, so there are a few things that are a little off. If we don't do that, we would have to come around this mountainside. And I don't think that would be as interesting of a path for this to take. If we scoop over there, there's nothing to really look at over there, and it's not as cool visually. So I think the ideal solution is definitely to come in through that mountain there. So let's see, if we go around this way then, let's see where that lines up if we wind up going pretty much straight after getting out of there. I'm just going to jump over that gate right there. That wonderful, beautiful gate that Literary built, I'm going to jump straight over top of it. So it would come out right over here. Somewhere right over here. We'd probably have to landscape this a little bit. Not quite sure how we would have to do that just yet. If we really wanted to, we could do a jiggly little path straight on the diagonal through there. Which is an option. But we would effectively wind up coming out right here. And if we come out right here, where does this put us in relation to our destination? Just need approximates, doesn't have to be exact. Alright, let's see, looking around. Grab myself a little munchie over here. And take a peek out this way. What do we got? Come on. Come on now. I know it's not too far. This is all woods, but we can see the water from here. And it looks like this line would bring us out almost exactly where we want to be. So yeah, that is the perfect exit point for us. We've got some friends coming in. Oh, I know that sound. Alright, well, let's just keep moving here then. I think we all know that sound. Where did those get off to? Did they get stuck in the trees? Interesting. Either way, that brings us right out to here, so we should be all set with that path. That is a reasonable path that will take us to where we want to be. So now we just need to figure out the spacing on everything. We need to build the actual structure. Oh no, we can't build the structure out here until we actually get final coordinates on the exit path for the rail. Okay, so once we get that, we'll be good, but we need to get that. Which means we need to get in touch with Sora to make sure that we can drill through his mountain. And until we do that, this project is unfortunately going to have to wait, isn't it? That sucks. I was hoping to be able to go straight through and keep pushing it on stream. But that's fine. We can do plenty of other things while we're here. I've got a lot of stuff that I've got to catch up on the realm right now. There are many, many projects. And right now, I mostly need to just figure out what the state of everything is so I can start making plans. That's fine, whatever. Yeah, Gelfin, by all means make the towers, but we do not know where those towers need to be just yet. Until we get that exit path through the mountain here, we have no final coordinates. Because that is what we're going to line it up with, and then we're going to straight line from there. Sora is online, says Squiddy, so maybe we'll be able to actually get a hold of Sora and get this thing moving. Otherwise, I'm going to dive back in here and theory craft a little bit more minecart station, I guess. Once coordinates are set, you will work on them. Fantastic, Galfin. I appreciate that a lot. I really do. That's a neat little overhead view. I like that. Alright, so double checking this minecart here. We're just going to give it one more quick run while server is in full lag and see what happens with that. Slowly, step by step. It goes that way, it does that, and it goes straight out. So we have it set to leave, which is not what we wanted it to do, but it's what it does. And it didn't used to. So we are going to have to figure out what happened here. I have the feeling a block may have gotten broken and replaced. Because what should happen is it should curve straight through there. And if the block state got broken, that might explain some of this. Because that's behaving as expected. But when you go back through there... Oh, no, that's interesting. So that is actually not functional. Okay, so that is... I broke the logic chain on this. How did I think this was working? Curious. Because that just toggles that, which would make it exactly the same as this coming in. So no, that's actually working fully as intended. Oh, right! Because you're not supposed to stop here. You're supposed to... No, this is working as intended. I'm just stupid. Because when you've set that, you've decided you want to leave in that direction. And this should take you straight out through the outpath. Yeah, no, that's working correctly. Okay, no, that's all is good there. And then when you come back in this way, it should... no, well, that's probably just because I'm running into people that are all blocking the rails, but let's see. Yeah, if you're up to speed, then it comes in. Okay, no, this is working fine. I don't know what I was thinking. Everything is functional here. Hi, Lachicism. That's a fancy little hat you got there. Now, there was a zombie down here a second ago. Where did he go? You. I don't want you to be bothering us while we're working around in here. Alright, so the rail stations are functional. Everything is good. I was just wrong. It works even in the lag. So everything over here is correct and good. Fantastic. I'm glad. That means all we really need to do is get a whole bunch more rail, drill a hole through the side of that mountain, and find our next docking point. So, let's see if I can get a hold of Sora real quick. Let's see, is there a way for me to... Gonna just send a couple of messages over here. Jumping into our Discord to see if I can get a hold of, well, one of our Minecraft moderators. Alright, looks like he is on the way. Fantastic. So we are gonna check in with him, and we're gonna have to figure out if we can make this work. Let's see, what are the colors of block that we've been using here? We've been using stone and andesite. So the line going in that direction is stone. Andesite is what we want to work with for the outgoing line. Let's see, andesite. There we go. Get some in the inventory. I don't have any pickaxes on me, do I? That's unfortunate. Not a big deal, though. If need be, I can just make a couple. I've got the resources. Let's see. We'll just make a workbench. We've got sticks, we've got stone, and that should be all we need. Fantastic. One crafting table coming up. Plop that down. And a couple of stone pickaxes. Boom. Done. Crafted. We're good to go. So on the off chance that this can work, and I want to see it work, so I'm going to do my best to make sure it does. I'm just going to start building out in that direction. Oh, that's a little low. So we want to come out, and then I think our first turn will be right over there somewhere. So let's build out a little bit first. Yeah, somewhere around right here. I think that's a good turn right there. We can always move this later if we need to. It's not exactly hard to mine out a single line of blocks and then replace them. That gives it enough time for you to get out, look around for a moment, and then start scooping up. So from here we start building upwards. Probably a little bit earlier, actually. We want to do that from about right there. Now, realistically, I should probably get on that. So we're going to just build ourselves a little access point that I could jump to if I had any idea how to move around in Minecraft. Haven't even played this game in a while. Oof. We're just going to drop down here and take care of this zombie then. There we go. So let's see. We want to keep going up. One block at a time. Nice and simple. Hey, Sora has arrived. Well, as soon as the sun comes back up, Sora, we will have a question for you. This section of your mountain over here, because this is the mountain that you live inside of and underneath, we have an interesting idea for a path for the rail that we would like to put into practice, but it depends on your permission here. So this should be maybe 1 or 2 higher. Alright, 1 or 2 higher. Oh, that is a phantom right there. And that's why you pay attention to the sound in your game. Because otherwise we could have been knocked down from that, and that would not have been fun. I heard another one. There he is. There we go. Gotta wait to make sure that shot is gonna be on point. So, Sora, how familiar are you with the backside of your mountain? Because that is what we are approaching right now. I don't know what space you are or are not using in your mountain. And that is... Oh, there was another one. Alright, that was almost a real problem. I have no food. So we are going back in. Because I have no food and no health. So let's just get that taken care of here, shall we? Alright, well. I don't think there's any food inside Cinema Dew at the moment, unfortunately. So that's... I didn't realize I was out of food. Hopefully somebody here, one of our friends, has some food. Yay! Food! Thank you, friends! Oh, well, that was a moment right there. We're gonna chomp on some salmon and get ourselves back up to full here. Thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. But, yeah, you can see kind of where we're going with that construction, Sora. That has taken us to the backside of your mountain there. 1 block, Schwa. Alright. Well, that's fancy. Lachecism, what are you... Why would you do that? You just broke your pants. Alright, looks like the sun is coming out. I know monsters that are already out won't burn up or anything, but at least we've got that. You there. Stop being alive. Alright, fine. I'll get a little closer. Oh, and then it just died. Alright. Yo, it's Program, too. We got the whole crowd coming in here today. How's it going, Program? Ah, Sora just sniped my kill is all. Lachecism over there just burning on magma blocks because that sounds like fun today, I guess. Yeah, Famitom, unfortunately the realm breaks down a little bit when it has full population. I have no idea why they built the infrastructure such that it can't handle a full collection of 10 people. But, you know, it is what it is. Sora, you know what? Sure, if you would like to, by all means, jump on in here. I don't know if I'll be able to hear you or not, but jump on in here and we will give it a little talk. Everyone say hello to Sora Firestorm, who is going to be joining the stream for a moment here to consult on our rail construction project. We're not expecting to finish it today or even necessarily make a ton of progress on it, but we do want to get out here and get some planning stages done. These are the kinds of things that are going to be permanent, so you want to make sure you're doing the right thing. Alright, I'm gonna just build this out a little bit so that I can have a way back. I don't want to build it with andesite because that's the actual construction tool for the bridge itself. But what we want to do is get in there and Sora, I want to drill a hole through the side of that mountain. And I am curious if that is okay by you. I don't know how high up you have built on the interior there. But I would like to take this spot right about here. And get into the mountain from there. Let's see, where does that line up? That's right here. And then go straight through and come out right over here. Right above this water area. That is the hole that we would like to do. Now, it would be a relatively small tunnel, so we're not going to just demolish the mountainside. We would be basically drilling a tube through it. That is the goal here. And if we have your permission on that, as this is kind of your territory with you living inside that thing there, we can just kind of get started on that one. Alright, so Sora, we would not be interacting over there. We would not go that far. We are further back this direction than that, and far out on this side. So, it sounds like we should have a pretty safe path. Fantastic. Alright. Well then, with that said, time for me to get to work. We're going to, let's see, we don't want to go up too much higher, because we want to keep it at about this height. This is a pretty good height for it. So we're going to want to come in here. Let's build it over to here, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Alright, looks like we are a go on the rail line. So we're going to have to do a couple of little wiggles here in order to maneuver through this space, but that's okay. I'm going to have to go get more polished andesite as well, which is also okay. We don't want to get too close to the walls lest mobs be able to drop onto things. Let's see, maybe one more and then curve back out again. And then we're basically at point right here. So we're going to have to change the material on this eventually. You know, I'm not sure, Lacacism. I don't know where the rest of the stash is. But this should be able to take us right into the mountainside. And that should work out. So we're just going to kind of dig in here and see where it takes us. I'm going to need to go... Oh, what did I see? Alright, so Sora just saying if we have any issues and are completely wrong, we can always figure it out. Which is right. Let's see. Getting in here. We're only going to need about, like, 4 Well, that stung a little bit. Alright, so let's see. How far deep do we have to go before we bank to the right? Because we are going to have to bank to the right, and I need to figure that out. So we are at 1 from the wall, right? Yeah, that's the wall right there. Let's see. We are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the wall, and we are directly under that cobblestone block. So we are 7 blocks in, and now we just have to figure out where that puts us. Let's see, we'll do that so that I can parkour my way up here. Count our distance. Alright, so we are right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is where we're at right now. And we are going to want to move a little further to the right. So if that's where we are right now, we need to bank and go 1, 2, 3, 4. About right there. So we need to go 4 over. This is going to be, if I can get my eyes out there, this side of it. So the other path will be on this side. So it'll be, if we get up to here again, if we go over 4... puts it right here, and right next to it, we should go 5 over, and then we'll be good. Alright, so 5 over. Double check my math. I think it's a 7. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 blocks over, and then we turn 90 degrees, and we're good to go. Lacacism, I don't recall if I have seen your house. It has been a while since I have explored other people's structures. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we dig in this way. Ooh, some spooky sounds. Can't really see very well at this height, unfortunately. Oh, I hope we're not too low. We might be too low. No, okay, we're good. And it comes out right here. Fantastic. Alright, that is a good spot for this to come out at. It is right on the side of this. I'm okay with that. That works out in my eyes. We are going to have to make it 1 wider, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Yeah, Sora, it looks like we managed to punch our hole without interacting with anything from your interior. So that means mission accomplished on the pathing. Now we just need to make this a 2 wide so that we can get all the space we need for the actual minecart tracks, because we do 2 wide tracks. So Squiddy, that is a fantastic idea, and I think I know exactly where we should wind up building that project you are speaking of. Now we're going to actually have to move this slightly. We need that to be there. No, we can't do that because it would... Yeah, no, that's... we need to reshape this slightly because we don't want to get too close to the wall. Okay, we're going to block this off. And we're going to do it there because the second piece will come in on this side of it. And that's going to be right here. There we go. And then we bring this down that way. And that brings us to 2 wide the whole way through, which is everything we need. So that's the space we need. And now we can start speccing things out. Fantastic. Squiddy, 2 spaces for that. One, there was an old castle built near the Casual Cove that we could use for that. Alternatively, I would love to have that be the tower. The tower that we are building in the cove right now, that has a rail station built into it. You can take that 1 floor at a time and do a whole bunch of different floors spotlighting different parts of Casual Arms and Minecraft history. And I think that could be a really neat place for that, so that it's kind of central. Oh, I see. Lackasism is doing that distorted, creepy font and trying to make that work. And Squiddy just got buried in gravel, is my guess. That's unfortunate. Gravel, the enemy of all. Alright, so we have our directions set now. I'm going to lay down some markers. We are going to go set out the actual marks on the ground that will tell us where this path is going to go and where we will need support struts and the like. Whoops. Don't need one just yet. Let's see, we're going to put that there and this here. That'll mark the sides of it. Alright, so from here, we keep going forward. And this is the other one. No, Sora, you have been a wonderful help. You answered all the questions that we needed answered. And we are good. Thank you very much for popping in here so that we could be sure of what we needed to do. I appreciate your prompt response time. Alright, assuming I'm still correct on that, this is our path. And we're just going to keep laying these down periodically so that we know kind of where stuff is at. Oh, I don't want to drop down in that. That would be bad to drop into. You never want to drop into a drowned hole. Just not worth doing. Alright, there we go. Placing these landmarks down. Take care, Sora. We'll catch you again, man. And where does this line us up with? Perfectly on the edge here. Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, could it line up slightly better? Sure, but this is fantastic. So that means we can build our rail station right here in this area. And it doesn't take much space to build a rail station. So we can build it right in this space, realistically. It's going to be coming in high, so we will have to bring it down to the ground, probably right here. And do our spot in this little section right here. Alright, this'll work. Let's see, looking back over the chat, where was the second spot, Squiddy asking? Okay, so the second spot would be the Casual Castle, which I believe was built by Oddity once upon a time, and it was intended to be a museum space. So that is a great spot for us to work on that at, and it is very close to a rail station and can be incorporated pretty well. You want something long but skinny. Well, we don't have anything established for that, so if you want long and skinny, you would have to find your own place and build up your own stuff. Oh, what happened? And Realms just updated, or at least is pending an update. That's my guess for what just happened. It looks like Realms just crashed on us here. So we are going to shut this down and see what we can do. Yeah, we have been having the worst trouble with streams lately. Ever since we started... Alright, let's see. Ever since we started moving over to Twitch and YouTube, tech troubles galore. Minecraft is completely unresponsive, so we are going to shut that. Now, you guys still see Minecraft for some reason, but I guarantee you Minecraft is closed out right now. There it is. Now I caught up. Well, that is disappointing. Lachicism is still connected, apparently. I am trying to restart Minecraft as we speak right now. And it is being stubborn. It may have just frozen on my end. It looks like you guys are still doing fine. Yeah, I am definitely going to have to change the background on that restream chat there. Because you guys can't read a word of that right now. Works well for some games, but ones that have really bright light colors, not so great without a little bit of background. There we go. Alright, alright. Let's see. We're going to give it another shot and see if we can get back on. Alright, looks like we're back. Good. Fantastic. Alright, where were we? We were figuring out the space right here. So, rails are going to be coming in over there. They're going to lower down and land on this side of the river, which means we are going to need some dirt to flesh out this space. I'm going to check out what's actually down here real quick. Is this... just a bunch of nothing. So it is not a big deal if we just kind of seal that off. Because there is nothing there. So we are going to terraform this a little bit. Going to need a lot more dirt. which I do not have. Gelfin, do you have a bunch of dirt on you by chance? Sometimes people are holding dirt. Now, I'm not going to dig out this whole space because I don't like things that are just one block depth. So we want to make all of this stuff here solid if we can. Which means we are going to have to collect some dirt and then come back. Maybe can level this spot off, actually. Game-specific font colors. Well, I'll tell you the main reason that we are not going to put in game-specific font colors. And it's not, as Sora said, because it's a lot more work. I mean, it's not a ton of work, but it's a little bit of extra work. Mostly, we are not planning to be streaming to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time for forever. Yes, I am making Lit cringe. That is my entire goal in digging like this right now, because I am patient. And it doesn't bother me to do things slowly. I'm using dirt to shovel out more dirt. I don't have a shovel, and I don't feel like building a workbench right now. Galfin has a shovel. There you go. So I'm going to leave this one layer here, just to make sure that we've still got those stepping stones of dirt. There we go. Now we're going to try and fill some of this in. I am molding the earth with my bare hands. This is... I'm like a kid at the beach who doesn't have one of those fancy sandcastle kits. Just making everything a little bit at a time, shaping it one-handed. Looks like we will need a little bit more at some point. I want to leave that there, though. This, like, natural little raised section here, I think will be a nice framework for any kind of additional building that we put in. But we're going to want to fill all this in one step at a time here. Alright, we will need more dirt before we can finish filling the rest of that in, though. So, that's fine. I need to figure out the frame for this. Yeah, I probably could have gone in there and done that, but I don't have any emeralds. I don't know what I would use to make emeralds. I don't interact with villagers very much yet, so I'm not... it's not on my reflexes. Alright, so we know it comes in right here. And the question is where we make the actual structure proper. So do we build straight into this? I think we could just build straight into this and make a structure here. Make a kind of low-to-the-ground structure. Build something with a little bit of a... I'm just going to do some rough framework here. Oh, there we go. He finally showed up. Oh, just missed him. That's a shame. We're just going to put in some framework. This is not final shape. Got a little arch entry here. This is just to help me visualize what we're going to be up to. That way we can keep this pathway here. We can have the ground route. Get out of here. Little spot to kill phantoms if we need to. Squiddy, if you want to build out here for it, by all means, go for it. You are more than welcome to claim a space out here and start constructing stuff. So if we build something with that kind of a frame right there, we make kind of a grand entryway, but we don't want to go much higher than that as far as walls are. We can do something of an an open courtyard kind of structure out here. Could probably work and just treat this line of cobble that I'm putting down as though it were fence blocks. We're going to dig up this grass here because we don't want a single line of dirt. That's just not necessary. Oh, hi there. If not for the realm lag, that might have landed. We've got a whole bunch of phantoms just swinging around out here. I don't know if they're all from me or if they're from a bunch of us, but we've got company, that's for sure. That's not where we want that. There's a second hit. You gotta hold it a little bit longer here. With the realm lag, you have to kind of do a little bit more. Because once you have it pulled back all the way, it doesn't automatically count. So let's see, if we build something of a courtyard space, kind of like that, just build to the exterior of this. Let's see. Kind of build that along. I think if we turn those into fences, that'll give us kind of a border here. That should work. Yeah, we'll do that and we'll just fill that space in a minute. Now, from up here, we have a whole bunch more options. Okay, there's a witch. That we do not want to get surprised by, so we're just gonna do things about that right away. Oh, that is a little bit of friendly fire there. That's fine, everybody survived. So with the higher ground on this side, if we're building it out over there, we want to make it so that you can kind of walk into it right here. So this is going to turn into something of a staircase, so we'll just frame that out. Let's see. We've got this natural formation here we may as well make use of. Actually, we'll do it over here. There we go. And then we can bring it straight out to the edge. And keep going. And then we can have the actual rail station proper right down over here, and that'll work out well. Alright, I think that could be a nice little framework for this. We can expand on that later. Path square for where the rail reaches the ground. I am not sure what you mean by that, Gelfin. I don't see any path squares. I'm not sure where it's going to hit the ground at the moment, actually. It can still hit the ground pretty much anywhere we want. So we can bring that in anywhere in here, and then we're going to bank out this way and seal it off right over here somewhere. So we've got the starting points on that right now. The towers, if you want to start building any of those, are going to be right on this line. We'll probably want one right where those two are there on the other side of the water. So that we have a little bit of added stability down there. And then we'll want them at least one more somewhere in the trees. May as well grab a shulker of cobblestone and dirt if you want to. That's the kind of stuff that we're going to need out here right now. At least for this project. We've still got a lot of this that needs filling in. I'm just kind of working mental space right here. So we're going to do an outdoor courtyard space. Which means we want... Is this just going to be open? Are we going to leave it open on one side? Or do we want to close it in some fashion? This was just a little bit of nothing, right? Or is there someone's mine right behind this? Oh no, there was a nether portal here that somebody blocked off. Okay, so that's what this is. Well, I wonder where that nether portal went. It was probably... Oh. There we go, we got the double tap. Unfortunately, it takes 3 because it's not raining. Don't use the portal, says Gilly. So this was part of the Great Portal Catastrophe. This is something we want to ignore. I gotcha. Alright, we will not use that portal then. Definitely confirmed. That's a shame. That would have been a good spot to have kind of an alternate entry and then have the rail come in here, have the portal access come in here, and everything just arrive in one spot right outside the front door. That would have been neat. Oh, okay, this was the one that was despawning villagers. I gotcha. There's an ice boat highway that goes in. So, Schwa, the ice boat highway that you have, do you want that to come in only through the little secret tunnel that I found inside the fortress? Or does it pass by this area right here and we could use this as an entry so that both the rails and the ice boat highway arrive in the same space? If you do have it passing through that general area, we can potentially make that work. Okay, so no is the answer. It does not work that way. Otherwise, that would have been an option. So, is this just a nothing hole? This is something that is not needed, provides no function, and is probably going to get filled in at some point then? Lacocism just throwing flesh at me. Okay, yeah, so you've got your ice highway station, and you just want it to be in the little hidey hole in the jail cell in there. I gotcha. Lacocism, that is not bacon. I have my mouse over on it. It is not bacon. I don't know who has been telling you these lies, but that is definitely not bacon. Bacon should not be green. The chat blocks the in-game chat, Literary is saying. Alright, well, we will definitely be taking measures to adjust afterwards. As I said, this is our first stream back, so we have a lot of stuff to work on. Alright, let's see, though. We have entry there, so we're going to have to seal this off, then. We are going to want to make this a contained location. So we are going to remove this bit and not have it go that way, then. We're going to have it just break down here. And we're going to seal it in completely. Because this is nothing. So that's unfortunate. I could Squiddy, but I'm not going to mess around with stream settings right now. We are going to be shutting down in half an hour. So we don't have a ton of time left on this stream anyways. And I will just deal with settings between now and the next stream. So we've got a staircase up here. I don't know why we're putting it here, but I decided. So that's what it's going to be. Oh yeah, if you attack somebody else's phantom, it spawns one for you. I forgot about that. Ah, I didn't quite get him. That's fine, they'll burn up in the daylight. Gelfin, I have not seen your shulker box, to be honest. I was just kind of waiting for you to get back with it. Yeah, Squiddy, generally speaking, the idea is just you have to fight your own nightmares. I cannot fight Lachecism's nightmares. I can only fight my own nightmares. Oh, it swooped. It dodged. Did you see that? It just juked it. Alright, but that's all the building progress we can really do on that with our resources right now. I don't know what our final material that we're going to use is going to be, but we've at least got the space for it. We're going to bring it in, and do I have any rail materials right now at all? I do have some rail materials, so I can start plopping down some of that. But we are going to bring it in and land it, I think, right here is where we're going to want to come down. So we're going to land it right there. And right here. So that's going to be the landing site for our rails. That should work. Yeah, because we'll have this one going up, that one will be going forward, that'll be fine. I love the music they've got going on for us here in the background, that's nice. Break out those jukebox. Question is how far we want to bring those in before we stop. I'm struggling on the vision for this structure here. Because we're not incorporating this hole. So if we're not incorporating this hole, we want to just build a fence line right along here. Let's see, do I have any... Screw it. Give me a crafting table. We'll just plop this down in the corner for now. Let's see. We'll make some oak fences for stand-ins. This will at least let us think about it a little bit. Alright. So if we bring this down... We're going to have an exit somewhere. Not sure where we're going to want that just yet, but we need to frame this out in order to understand what we're going to be working with. That might be a little bigger than we need it to be. Yeah, I think that's too much. Well, we got this fancy axe. Let's just, That's the point of framing stuff out. You get to see a little bit better what you're working with. Alright, so if we do it from, say, here... Yeah, that's a more reasonable size. We'll work with that. And we will bring that in... What, right around here somewhere? Bottles of Enchanting. Do you get those off of villagers? I didn't realize that was a thing that they had. I thought they were a item that was unobtainable. Alright, so we can square that off like that and then make an exit somewhere right around here. Yeah, Famitom, I'm thinking we don't have any other structures out here. And they want the exit to be outside the fortress. So we are just going to build an outdoor rail station, and we're going to put it right in here, and that'll be fine. I see what you're saying with the chat interacting poorly. We'll definitely make that shorter next time. That is definitely an issue. So we will have that solved for the next time. I know what we need to do now that you brought my attention to the OBS display. Let's see, let's get back in here, make a few more fence lines. And And there we go, more fences. So we've got the rails coming in there. We can just fence that off just fine. That works. Then we get this little space here. We'll have the rail station deposit right there. That's where the stops will be. We get a little bit of a walkway. We can kind of make a nice little courtyard right in this space. And then we will have the exit somewhere right in here. And you know what? We might as well make this out of oak. We've been working with oak this whole time. So now I think it's the part where we start turning the walls into the fences they're going to become. I don't work much with oak, so this is a nice change of pace for me. And you want to build out one more, because otherwise... Alright, well, that just happened. Literary, yeah, you work with a lot more types of wood than I do. I am usually working in mostly stone materials of all kinds. I know we frequently do a lot of stuff with cobblestone and spruce. But out here, the lighting is a little bit different, and I think it could be worth doing our work in oak, because it feels a little bit more bright and airy out here. We're not near the cove, so we don't have the same kind of theming going on. So it's a little bit of a different feel, and I think that's going to work out well. We just want this to be a somewhat informal outdoor space. All right. Right, because fences do that when they are adjacent to something. Yeah. I don't know if I like the look of that. That's fine. We can just move it up. I don't know why that placed there. Let's see. Move it on through. Yeah, that should be fine. This should give us a decent frame for what we're working on. I don't know why I just went straight across the opening. We're going to need that at some point, but that's fine. I can always pick those blocks up again later. It's not a big deal. Now the question is whether this part is going to look kind of foolish there, because it's right next to this bit of the hill. You can clearly jump over it as a person, but it should do the job of keeping any mobs out, which is the primary function of the fence. And it still should maintain proper appearance from the inside here. It looks a little funky with that being that close. Famitom, I don't think I've ever actually been to your house. I know about where it is, but yeah, by all means, name the rail station if you like. The one that is on top of Oddity's structure out there is probably the one you're talking about. If you want to plop down signs and name stuff, go for it. I just build public utility space, and that is more than welcome for you to take some creative liberties on naming and implementation. I am glad for people to repurpose the spaces that I build for everybody. Alright, so this is where we were going to have that entrance. So we're going to bring that down. To there. Plop that up. You are going to have to move, buddy. That's all the fence in my inventory right now. But I think this will frame it out nicely. We can build a little staircase going down into there. That's easy to do. The question is, do I want to build this up at the top here and then just make that kind of terraformed, push the grass back? I don't usually like doing that. Nah, it's fine. It's all good. It is what it is. Alright, let's hit the shulker box here and see what do we have in here. What are our resources that just got delivered? A bit of dirt and some cobblestone. That can just stay like that. That's fine. That's a natural hole. But the rest of this we are going to fill in nice here. And now we've got our full workspace. So with our full workspace ahead of us, we know this is the incoming rail line. Actually, I don't remember which one's the incoming rail line. I can't do the station until I know which one is the incoming rail line, can I? But it's going to come out this way, and we're going to want to slam it into that wall right there. That is going to be where we put our stops. I suppose I really don't need it to come out this far. We could make this a little bit narrower. But we've got a space or two on each side. It's working out. Alright, so I'm going to have to backtrack all the way over there in order to figure out which one's the incoming rail line. That's fine. Away we go. Building rails is a tedious thing. There's a lot of steps in it. Especially when you're not 100% sure where everything's going to go until you're working on it. Hello! Welcome to the stream, Spartan. How's it going today? Hopefully we find you well. You are jumping in on our tail end of the stream here today. Just got about 15-20 minutes left before we shut stuff down. But we have been scouting out locations for the next leg of the rail line on our server here. And with any luck, by the next time we get on stream, we will have a little bit more of it done. Or at least a full plan of how we want to incorporate everything. Let's see, we are coming out right there, and the inside curve was, if we go around, we go back that way, we do our little squiggles, the one that comes into here. So andesite line, the one that travels out, starts right here. This is the andesite line. So the andesite line is on the outside. And that is the one that is going to be landing. Good to have an answer to that. Let's see, grab some food here real quick. Oh, Minecraft crashed for lachicism. We've been having a lot of crashes on Minecraft lately. It looks like the realms have been unstable, which is really unfortunate. But that's just the way life goes sometimes. So again, our outside line is andesite. Hello again, Gelfin. Alright, so if we're coming in on that side, we need to cross over the rails. So we are going to need to make a rail crossing right at the start if we want to land where we're planning to land. Because this needs to come in, bank across, and then get to there. So, in order to do that the easiest way, we need this to turn, and we need it to turn into a piece that's going the other way. So we need, if I were trying to leave from here, I want... We're going to want something like that. Okay, yeah, but I moved it one too far to the side. That's fine, we'll fix that. Let's see, we need this curve to exist. And we need a detector switch. Alright, let's see, because that would come in, bank over there. Yeah, so we are going to need a detector switch on that. That's fine. That's easy enough to do. And we need a detector switch right here. Oh, I don't have my... I don't have my shulker box on me. Alright, that's fine. That's my own darn fault. So what we want is for this to, no, without the detector switch, I can't figure out how these connections are going to work. Oh, that's obnoxious. We should be able to do it with a simple lineup then. All we have to do is put that there and that there. We have a detector switch somewhere in here that will sort that out. Buy what? Who's saying buy things? Apples and carrots. Okay. Well, without the detector switch, we can't do any more stuff because it's all back at the last platform because that's where I left my gear. That's fine. It's all good. I don't even have very many more rails because I didn't bring those with me. No, that's not what we're doing, Gelfin. That's not what we're doing. We're going to bring the whole thing in over here, and we're going to slap stations right there in that little gap. So, I need all my materials. And I think what we're going to wind up doing at this point is we are going to go grab all of our materials. We're going to bring them all over here. And we will finish building this station and these rails the next time I get on. This is going to bring us towards the tail end of our stream. And that's kind of how it goes anytime we interact with a rail station. We need about one full stream's worth of planning and layout work so that we can figure out what we're going to do, where we're going to do it, and how we're going to make it work. And then we come back in the next time and we start getting stuff done. But that's fine. That's all good. I know moving forward... I don't know if this is going to be our permanent stream slot for Minecraft. We may wind up starting earlier. We may wind up moving it to a different day entirely. We have a lot of things that are going to be changing in the schedule around Casual Arms. So we will keep you all posted over on the Discord. You all know that we are working on trying to figure out our new streaming home since Mixer shut down. Right now we've got a little bit of traction on YouTube. We've got some folks who are enjoying YouTube. It looks like most of you have been supporting us on Twitch. So in all likelihood, that's where we're going to wind up being. But we're going to give it another week or so to really figure it out and make sure we know for sure where you guys want us as a whole from the community. Alright, this is where we've got our stuff. Giant Jigglypuff, the issue with streaming on both is not the lag, it's just a little decentralized. There are certain features that we can only use on certain platforms, and what we'd like to be able to do is focus on sculpting everything that we do to match the features of the platform of our choice. So, for example, yeah, and as Schwa is saying here in the Minecraft chat, it also splits the viewer base. Apologies for how disastrous the chat looks today. That'll get fixed next time. But for example, there are some things that if we settle on Twitch, I can do some Twitch integrations with some of the games that we're going to wind up playing that I would not be able to do on YouTube, and then the people who are watching on YouTube would not be able to interact properly. In the same way, if we wind up doing any kind of bot integrations with some of the things like our bingo cards and such, we would want to make sure that that is accessible on both platforms if we're doing it, which is just twice as much work to do that. It's a lot of extra things and layers of complexity that I think are better left avoided. Maybe in like the distant future, if that if we determine that is something that's valuable to us, we can put the work in on making that happen. But for right now, I think the goal is to settle down with just one platform of choice. And I know we've got phantoms up in the sky somewhere. I heard him earlier. That's fine, though. Gonna go take care of this little spider. But we are wrapping up the stream at this point, so I'm not going to be doing any more major construction work. I'm going to head on into the fortress over here, where it's a little bit safer for us to close out the stream again. No, Gilly, I've got plenty of armor, I just don't have it on me. I left my armor behind because I don't like to wear it all the time. I know that may sound strange to some, but I'm the type of guy who likes to run around without my armor. Just wearing my normal everyday clothes most of the time that I am out there. There we go. It looks like that shuts back up again on its own. That's good. Now, my question, in the fortress here, do we have any space that is for guests who are stopping by to stay the night? Do we have guest beds? Or is it all villager beds? No guest beds. Okay, so this is a villager village. This is not for people to stay in. And that's fine. That's all good. I just wanted to know if there were plans. Oh, that's special looking. The Wither Destroyer 5000. Is that one of those machine? Oh no, that's a flying mech. Oh, and we've got little zombie man in a box over here. That's that's cute. I like that. Oh, that's good. I didn't see that before. That's really cute. Oh, but as I said, we are shutting things down here. No one can see my skin. No one can see my skin because, well, you can see it in the top left corner, but it's hidden. So I should probably start putting that in the top right corner. Alright, we've got our layouts figured out, and we will fix those for the next stream. So thank you for tolerating our horribly designed garbage for today as we figured it out the first time through. But to all of you who joined us here on the Realm and on stream while we were all hanging out having a good time, I appreciate you stopping by. I'm glad you could all be here having fun with us as we're doing stuff out here. I love that hat. That is nice. That is a nice hat, Galfin. Squiddy with a wave. What was that? I've never seen that before. I have never seen a character do that before. What is that? Is that... Do they have, like, premium emotes you can buy now? Huh, I hadn't even heard of those before. That's some fancy stuff right there. There's 2 free ones. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna have to take a peek at those at some time off stream. But that's cool. Yeah, Galfin dancing over here as well. We've got some applause from Squiddy. Oh, that's cute. Very nice. Well, as I was saying, thank you for hanging out with us here today. I'm going to start shutting this thing down, and rest assured we will do some quality of life improvements so that things look a little bit better for the next time. But until then, if you want to hang out with us, be sure to tune in on our Discord channel. You can find links to that probably in the descriptions below the stream you're watching right now. Or you can head to www.casualarms.net, which will give you links to everything that we are doing, including all of our events for Nintendo Switch games, complete with eShop giveaways on the monthly and at each of our Saturday tournaments. I know that's a little bit of a spiel right there, but I want to make sure that anyone who is out there right now visiting with us today, that you know we are doing a lot more than just me sitting here playing Minecraft with some friends. We've got a whole bunch more for you to engage with, and we would love to see you at anything we're doing out there. Everything we do is open to the public, so just stop in and let us know. We'll be sure to get you plugged in having a good time. Until then, each and every one of you take care. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and thanks for visiting with us here as Minecraft crashes on me one more time at the very end of the stream. So, I suppose that's appropriate, right? We'll catch you around on the server, friends. Take care until the next time. Goodbye.